my gosh, hold up, wait a minute. Um, we're having technical difficulties already. We just started. Can't have that yet. All right, hold on, y'all. Okay, what's going on? All right, it's broken. Hmm. All right, for some reason it's not working. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Mm, wow. Um, all right, it's showing that I'm live, but then it's showing that I'm not. Which one is it? Is anybody? Oh my goodness. Um, okay, let's see. Maybe we need to go out. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we live? Verna, hi. Okay. All right. So I got TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook on this morning. Listen, as you're coming in, put in the chat where you are watching from. Hello, 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 hello. Ree, what's happening? Good morning. You over there on Facebook. Hi. Iowa in the building. Woo woo. Yes. I am so happy to see you this morning. How the heck are you, girl? How you doing? Now, if you guys, I'm getting better. Good. I'm glad you're getting better. I'm so happy you're on the other side of that thing, girl. Woo, Lord. But it is going to all be up from here, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see what we got. All right. I'm trying to stay hydrated. I've been out all day yesterday with the kiddos, having a really good time at a homecoming event. It was real nice. It was real nice. And it's like, I can't believe it is Sunday already. Like, can you believe it's October? Like, it is totally October, 11 days post-op and healing like a champ. I know that's right. Go champ, go champ, go champ. Yes. Wow, it's been 11 days. It seemed like it was just yesterday. He was like, girl, I'm just finished. But wow, 11 days. Whew, well, I'm glad you're healing like a champ. That's the best way to got daggone heal. I know. I love the fall. Maybe because I'm a fall baby. My birthday is on the 10th. So maybe that's why I love the fall so much. It's like not too hot, not too cold. It's just like just right. Yes, just right. Ew, ew, ew. All right, wait a minute. Let me see what we got. Okay. All right. Well, I am glad you guys are here. And listen, if you are new to me, how are you doing? I am Tasha. I am Tasha, and I am a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. What? On a journey of what? Yes, financial freedom, time freedom, all of the above, all the things that we love and we need to get through this goddamn thing that we call life. But I definitely want to talk to you guys about that. You're not broken, right? You're just the wrong buyer type. And people talk about, well, you got to have clarity, you got to have confidence, you have to have all of these things in order to be successful, right? But let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many of you have felt stuck lately, right? How many of you have felt stuck? Gen X, what's happening? Gen X in the building. Granny Lisa. Like, how many of you felt stuck, right? Like, you're showing up, you're doing what they tell you to do, you're posting, you're learning, you're trying, but it still feel like it's not working. I know I can't be the only one that was going through this, right? Now, listen, I want you to know, I want you to hear me loud and clear in Iowa, no matter where you're at in the world. I want you to hear this. It is not your fault. No, it is not your fault. You're not broken. You know what? You're just operating from the wrong type of energy. And I'm telling you, once you understand these three different types, you will really get to understand, oh my gosh, it really is not my fault, right? Yes. Okay. So when it comes to this whole online space, right, what I've realized and what I've really come to understand is that we're all different in our own way when it comes to winning in this online space, right? Hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Thank you for liking the live, Gen X. Yes, definitely like the live. And coming through the number one gifted badge. Thank you. All right. So it's three types of sellers, right? And what I like to call them, I have names for them. Gotta have a name, right? Is spark seller. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. Let me see. Because then you may identify, right, which one that you closely identify with. All right, there we go. So we have what I call the spark seller. Now, this person is filled, they love quick wins, right? They thrive on momentum and want results now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. And that's our spark seller. So if you feel like that's you, put spark in the chat. Put spark in the chat if you can relate to being a spark seller. Now, after that one, we have what I call the beacon builder. Whoops, there it is. The beacon builder, right? Now, this person thinks long terms, craves leadership, and wants to build something that lasts, right? And building something like bigger, like impact, community, all of these things, legacy, really want to see something different in life, right? And then we have what we call the glow seeker. Now, the glow seeker is here for healing, growth, identity. And she's not just chasing money, she's searching for herself, right? She wants more than just making a profit. She wants purpose, right? So which one do you resonate with, right? Would it be the spark seller, the beacon builder, or the glow seeker? Now, here's what I want you to know. None of these is like wrong. Like if you're one versus the other, like say you're a spark seller, because you know what? You're in survival mode right now. And you're not ready to like build a team. You're not looking to lead anybody. You're just trying to get out of survival mode. There is nothing wrong with where you're at, right? It's just knowing exactly where you're at. Lisa said, oh, girl, I know that's right. Yes. And that is so true because we can definitely be all But even when we're all, we kind of lean more towards one versus the other. But thank you for saying that, Lisa. Absolutely. I wish I could put your comment on the screen, but I can't. And so none of these are wrong, right? But if you don't know which one you are, you're going to spend so many months comparing yourself to the wrong people, right? Thinking that you are failing when really you're just misaligned. You're not failing. And so by the end of this live, you'll know which type you are, and most importantly, what to do next. So you can finally stop spinning your wheels and start seeing movement again. Or if it's your first time in this space, you're going to be what? So far ahead of everybody else that's already been kind of like in this business, right? In this business space. So which one do you think you might be? Put in the chat. Spark, beacon, or glow. But here's the twist. We're only going to go dive deep on one of these today, right? Just one. But inside my community, I will definitely go through all three of those. But it depending on how this live goes and how much interaction I get, I may just go through all three. We'll see how it goes, right? All right. All right, let me see what we got. All right. All right, so we're gonna dive right into the spark seller, right? Yes, the spark seller. And I kind of love this, right? Because the spark sellers, they're the ones that thrive on that momentum, and they love that whole rush of just seeing results. Like, yes, they're the action takers, right? So jump on me if that sounds like you, right? But here's where spark sellers struggle. They struggle when things slow down. So when the quick results don't come, they start to doubt themselves. How many of you can relate to that, right? You start seeing success, and all of a sudden, nothing is happening anymore. And then you start doubting yourself. You may start thinking, like, maybe I'm not really cut out for this, when really you just haven't built the foundation for sustainable energy yet, right? And so, what spark sellers really need is they need clarity, they need direction, they need fast action plans that show them progress daily, even if it's small. Even if it's small. Thank you for liking the live, Tracy. Thank you so much. How you doing this morning, Tracy? How are you? Thank you so much for the likes. I definitely appreciate it. So when you have a space, right, you have a community, you can really nurture your buyers, and those quick wins can turn into long-term growth. Because let's be real, right? When you're getting like these immediate sales and things seem to be working for you, what's going on is that you're going from making a transaction and then to transformational, right? And so what that does is instead of chasing sales, you start cultivating loyalty. Because here's the thing, if you're selling one product, thank you for the rose, I appreciate that. When you're selling a product, right, whether it's a digital product, whether it's a physical product, it's a one-time thing. Like, for example, my cell phone, right? I got this cell phone, and this is a one-time purchase, right? And so when I buy my cell phone, I'm not looking for them to like do more and do more and do more. It's like my cell phone is going to do everything that I needed to do, because that's why I bought the cell phone. And so when you selling something, it's like a one-time transaction. But if you're building relationships and you want to help transform lives, it has to go a step further than just selling a product. But here's the twist. When you are in survival mode and you're like, look, Tasha, I just need to make some money now. I got bills to pay. The kids need shoes. The kids need clothes. I need medicine. It's like all these different things. So in that space of time, guess what? Thanks for sharing the live, Tracy. When you're in that space of mind, you are not in the mindset to lead anybody. And then you start feeling like, well, maybe I'm not cut out for this. There is nothing wrong with you trying to get out of survival mode, because sometimes you cannot help somebody else until you help yourself. Y'all come on, y'all already know. Y'all know I'm going with this, right? Yes, an airplane. When you're in an airplane, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first. Why? Because if you're not all in your right frame of mind, how you gonna help somebody else? You can't. Once you put on your oxygen mask, you have air to breathe. Now you can help the person to the next to you, right? And even when you get on the airplane, y'all know the airplanes are really, really big. And what they have the exit row. And people want to sit in the exit row because they have more room for their legs and things like that. But if you're in the exit row, you already know what's going to happen. The flight attendant is going to say to you, hey, I'm glad you're in the exit row. Thank you for being here. But we need to get your verbal yes. Get this. Need to get your verbal yes in case of an emergency that you're going to help everyone else get off the plane safely, right? Right. Yes, exactly. So they want to know that you understand that you're going to be helping someone else. And recognizing that is recognizing exactly where you are. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? I think I'm going to pass. I think I'll just sit in the row behind me. Right. I'll be close to the exit lane, but not actually in the exit lane. That's why it is so important to know the type of buyer you are. You're a type, because when you understand that, you're not looking at people, it's like, oh, well, they're having success in this way and that way. Why am I not having that kind of success? Right. And so this other part about that, right? And so when you are comparing yourself to somebody else, what happens unintentionally is that your inner light starts to dim, because you start seeing other things, other people, and the way that they're doing their business. And you start feeling like, man, maybe I'm not that good, right? And so if you've ever felt like you burn hot and then you fade out, right? That is not a flaw. That is that spark looking for direction, right? Type spark in the chat if you're starting to realize, like, oh my goodness, that is so me, right? That is so me. Oh my goodness. Right. And so again, you may start off as a spark seller, and then you may grow into a beacon builder or even a glow seeker over time. Like none of this happens like overnight, right? And that's the beauty of growth. That's the beauty of growth, because you evolve as your confidence, your skills, and your vision expand. But guess what? Your time frame is your time frame. Your time frame doesn't have to be like Betty Joe and Susie May or Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? It doesn't have to be like theirs. It can totally be your own. And that's what I love about my community that I do have. It's called Reclaim Your Light, right? It's because in that space, I can speak freely. I don't have to hold anything back. I don't have to worry about algorithms or anything like that. And that's why I'm glad I have like my own community outside of the social media platform, so we can dive deeper in things like that, right? But that's, as a matter of fact, if you tap that, I don't know how you do that. It's like it's the what you call that thing, the QR code on the screen. I don't know if you can see that, but you can definitely check that out and you can learn more about that. But again, the key is knowing where you are right now, so you can stop comparing your chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 20, right? We're not doing that anymore. Right? No, we're not. We're not going to do that. So if this is hitting home and you're realizing that you've been trying to win the wrong game, then guess what? It is time. It is time to align your actions with your type, right? Now, here's the thing. So I work with a program, right, that pays 100% profit on a proven digital offer. And inside it, I show you exactly how to grow it into the leader that you were meant to be. But here's the thing. Just because you buy a product or buy a program does not necessarily mean that now all of a sudden you're a born leader. No, it doesn't happen like that, right? So you have to really know what type you're at, where you're at, so that way you know how to move within this business arena, right? So if you're ready for that, if you're ready, put ready in the chat. Future 1999, what's happening? How you doing today? Yes, put ready in the chat. Let me know. Let me know, because once you understand and once you truly, really know your type, guess what? That's where everything starts to click, right? You stop forcing, you start flowing, you stop chasing things, and you start attracting customers to you. You begin to what I love to say, reclaim your light. Yes. So this open your eyes, share it, right? Tag somebody who needs to hear it, and make sure that you understand exactly where you are, so you can have that spark, that beacon, that glow, and you know exactly where to move in life. And like Tracy said earlier, it's like, I'm all, was that Tracy? Was that Tracy that said she was all 3? I'm trying to remember. The Tracy, was it Lisa? I don't know. I can't, my daggone screen is jacked up. Anyway, Lisa, yes, Lisa said she was all 3, right? And yes, and we can be all 3 as we navigate through life, as we navigate. Whoo, I just had a flashback. It was like a real big flashback, because, oh my gosh, it is so crazy how life can just change at the drop of a hat, right? You could be like in flow, in that spark mode, then all of a sudden a light goes off, and you're like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Here I was thinking that I'm just selling a product to sell a product, when actually it's like, no, I am learning, I am growing, I am turning into something better than what I thought. And here's the kicker. So I totally believe in personal development, right? Always improving yourself. And so I was on a mindset call with one of my mentors the other day, and it totally blew my mind when she said statistics. How funny sound saying that word. Anyway, that S word, right? Statistics. She was saying that of all the billions of people in the world, only 10% are doing anything to improve their oh my goodness, their mindset. And it's like that really like blew my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. You better tell me, out of all the billions of people in the world, only 10%, only a fraction of people are looking to improve their mindset and to be something better than what they were. I'm like, so what is everybody else? Walking zombies? Like, I totally could not believe that. And I guess we take for granted that we're looking to do something different. So if you're on this live, guess what? Consider yourself one of those 10%, because I don't, I'm like speechless. It's like, it is mind blowing to me that people can go through this world and think that they're just perfectly okay, just the way they are. They don't have to do anything to improve themselves. That is what it is, what it is. Like, what? It is just so wild, because I have a lot of mentors, right? And this one mentor I've had, he would say that y'all heard of him, Les Brown. Put Les in the chat if y'all heard of Les Brown. Shout out to Les. So Les would say, like there are so many dreams that's buried in the graveyard, right? Because people have these dreams inside of them, but they don't do anything to make them, come to life. And so they die with these dreams inside of them. So it's like so amazing, especially in this day and age. We have AI, we have all these different things that's available to us for us to live our best life, for us to have these dreams that we have inside of us to come to fruition, but to just absolutely not even try. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be in those crowds. I just don't. Because my son, when he was 12, he was like, Mom, because I do something called unschooling, right? And I asked my son, I said, son, I said, if somebody asked you to explain what unschooling is, what would you say? He said, I would say that there's no beginning and there's no ending to learning. Like, I can always learn. And I'm like, wow, it's very insightful. It is very simple and it's very true. You can always learn, always be learning. There's always something to learn. And I really feel like if you're not learning anything new, then you're just really existing in life. You're not even really living, right? And so that goes back to, I thought I was going off topic. That goes back to understanding the type of buyer that you are, right? And knowing that you are going to have these different phases in life. And depending on where you are in life will depend on how you're going to move in your business, right? And make sure I didn't miss that. All right. And so, oh my gosh, I guess I'm not hydrated enough. Lord Jesus. Gotta have the H2O, water in the building. Excuse me. So, again, I want you guys to know that there is nothing wrong with being a spark seller, right? There's nothing wrong with looking for those quick wins and thriving on that momentum. Because when you have that momentum, it will definitely move you, propel you forward. And that's what we want, right? We want to move forward. We don't want to just stay stuck. We want to eventually get to the part where, what are we doing? We're impacting others' lives, right? Because it's one thing to change your life, your family's life, but it's a whole different thing when you can actually have an impact on other people's lives. And that, yes, and that is a thing. When you can have an impact on someone else's life and know because you showed up, someone else's life changed. That is so amazing. And I'm telling you guys, it just feels so good. And think about it. Think about a time in your life where you've helped someone and because of you, you made their life a little bit easier. Put in the chat, like, how does that feel? How does that feel to know that because of you, that you was able to make somebody else's life brighter, right? Yeah. Doesn't that feel good? Hell yeah, that feels good, right? And like Reese said, sorry, I just got your message all late. It's a lifeline. Yes, it is definitely a lifeline. And when we have these kind of lifelines, it really brings life a whole new meaning, right? And so we really start living life and not just existing through life, right? Let me see. All right, all right, all right. Oh, and also, if you guys got any questions, you got any questions at all while I'm on the live, definitely put your questions in the comments, and I will definitely read your comments. Hey, Bree, welcome to the live. How you doing? Stay at home mom travel. Is that travel AI or travel? I don't know what that is. I'm interested. That kind of sparked my attention. Like, what? See that spark? All it takes is one little tiny thing. And it's like, bing. Yes. Okay, did y'all screen freeze? My screen just froze. Hold on. I'll tell y'all see this setup I got up in here. I try to make sure I set this thing up right. But y'all know technology. Technology does what it wants to do. And that is perfectly okay too. All right. This is really crazy. Okay. I have to get off and do it again. Darn it. Um. mm, Wait a minute. Oh crap. Ah. Okay. Let me see. Oh. I love this StreamYard thing. I'm still learning how to use it. I've been using it forever, but I'm still learning some new things on how this thing works. All right. Okay. Mm. Darn it. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, something is off. Darn it. Testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello.